This video is really meant for the Christianity church or the so-called Christians. Because at some point, the so-called Christian has to wake up and really start reading their Bibles. You know, every Sunday not we, but the Christians, or those in the Christianity church, every Sunday they go to the house. They call it the house of God, also they call it. And they sit and listen to pastor preach for 45 minutes, an hour. They'd have praise and worship or whatever. Pastor would preach for 45 minutes, and I don't know if everybody's like this, because maybe not everybody, but that's for me. After 45 minutes listening to pastor preach and I walk out, and someone asks me 2-3 hours later, what did you learn? 9 out of 10, I couldn't answer. Because pastor would probably give one verse and then tell stories for 45 minutes. And that's not how it's supposed to be. But I digress. We have a nation of people that the Christianity church supports, which is the modern day Israel. And really, if you speak against Israel or the Israelis, you're labeled an anti-Semite, which is insane. Because if you go back in history, whether it's the biblical scriptures or biblical writings, you look at the historical facts, you look at artifacts, you look at DNA data, these people are not from the land. Now, I have an issue with Prime Minister Netanyahu's speech, because he brought up our book, the book that belongs to the Israelites. He brought it up. So I must respond. You said your nation, which you claim to be the biblical nation, there are 12 tribes in our nation. Talking about the real nation of Israel, there are 12 tribes. What tribe are you guys from? Which one? Now, you mentioned Moses.
As the Bible teaches us, when someone comes to kill you, rise and act first. This is exactly what is.
I don't like it when political leaders use scriptures to justify violence and to justify oppression. There's a price to pay for that, sir. Now, the Bible now does speak about self-defense, but it's not, you're not, you are the aggressor. You're the aggressor in Gaza. You've been the aggressor in Egypt. You've been the aggressor in Syria. You've been the aggressor in Iraq. You've been the aggressor in Jordan. Sir, you've been the aggressor. So you can't use self-defense. Now, the scripture does talk about self-defense in Exodus 22, verses 2 and 3. We're not going to read that today because this is just a quick comment. We'll get into that either this Sabbath or the next, and when it's self-defense and when it's not.
Israel has done today. We have risen like lions to defend ourselves. Over 3,000 years ago, Moses gave the people of Israel a message that has steeled their resolve ever since. Be strong and courageous, he said.
Now, Moses, you mentioned Moses. Moses' intentions was not for the nation to preemptively attack other nations. That's not what he meant when he said to be courageous. Matter of fact, it's Deuteronomy chapter 31, I believe. Let's get there. Let's see what it's about. Because you know what? Y'all charismatic, evil politicians, and the pastors don't call y'all out on these things. I'm going to call you out, okay? Because you're wicked. Deuteronomy, let's see. I know it's chapter 31. Where my book? Where's the book at? Let me get my book. It has to be Deuteronomy chapter 31. Oh, where's my phone? Shoot. Deuteronomy chapter 31. I should have had this. Let me see here. Now, this is Moses talking to Joshua and the nation, the Israelites. Okay? This is Deuteronomy 31, verse 6. And that's Moses to Israel, the Israelites. Okay? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified because of them. For the Lord your God goes with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Let's go to 31:7. Then Moses summoned Joshua and said to him in the presence of all Israel. Now this is to Joshua. Be strong and courageous, for you go with this people into the land that the Lord swore to their ancestors to give them. The Lord himself goes before you and be with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. Now, he's talking to the Israelites. Who are you? You're not Israelites. The Israelites are waking up. We know who we are. And the world will soon know who we are. We don't have airplanes. We don't have guns. We have Yahuwah, our God, the God of the Israelites. Now, you, sir, are a destroyer of souls, killing babies, and the American people are somewhat to blame. You're not us. You want to be like us. but you're not. All praises to the Most High.